my name is Bria Burnett, and I write under the alias of Carlia Burns. Um, I guess, just to say why I chose to write under a pen name as opposed to my name is because I guess part of it is by this being my first published work. I was just kind of nervous and getting my name out there, so to speak. And then I also wanted people to read it, with an unbiased mind. Like, I don't want people to think of me. Like, I just want people to, read the book and enjoy the book for what it is and whatever they could get from it. And my alias actually came about. It was really interesting. I just really just combined my name and my dad's name. And I did that because my dad has been such a big supporter of my writing and constantly, encouraging me and pushing me to write more. And so, my dad's name is Carthel, but it goes by Carl. And my name is Bria. So Carlia is how that came to be. Um, as he said, I grew up in Chicago, born and raised. A little bit more background. I'm 26. I recently graduated from NIU back in 2019, class of 2019. Got my BA in psych, minor in counseling, and certificate in creative writing. And back when I was in school is when I really started to fall in love with poetry again, because I found that it just really helped me to get through some dark times I was going through. It was really just cathartic for me to just get down my thoughts and say what I needed to be said, say what needed to be said, and say what I felt needed to be said, and just feel like, it's just on paper, even if nobody's listening. I got that, so to speak. And I've always used art as like a gateway to like express myself, whether it's dance, whether it's music, and as of recently, it's writing. So that's pretty much where I am now. And how my book came into fruition is a bit of an interesting story. So I follow a few romance authors, and one of the authors that I have the most of her books, because I love her books, she posed a question in her like little group chat or group on Facebook, and there's a bunch of us on there who follow her books. And she asked if anybody been interested in publishing their work. And it was a group of me and maybe 7 or 8 other women. And from there, she literally walked us through a process of writing and editing and finding cover artwork and stock pictures, for inspiration for the characters, and telling us how to get it copywritten and, formatted for ebook platforms, and just the whole 9 yards. And I'm just really, grateful to her for that, because I really didn't know where to get started in this writing world, because I knew I wanted to write, but I didn't know which publishing companies or where to go or anything like that. And so I'm very grateful that she took the time to just walk us through that, because it can be daunting doing it alone. So it was just nice of her, and I very much appreciate that. And so my book is it's loosely based off me. It's about a young woman who's graduating from college and, just trying to find her footing in the world as far as jobs or career, as far as family, and as far as personal relationships, and just pretty much navigating that. And I pretty much pulled from what was going on currently, which is a pandemic. And so that kind of, flowed into my writing. So, just trying to just maneuver life, maneuver decisions, right fresh out of college and in the midst of a global pandemic. And, finding somebody who has, the same core values and is also, laid back and don't really need to be, the life of the party, so to speak. So, it's just about 2 laid back people who, know what they want career wise and know what they want relationship wise, and have very common core values, and they just clicked. And I feel like that's just, I feel like I wrote my story, and it's actually just a short story. And I wrote it, I feel like I just needed like an escape from everything that was going on with the pandemic. And I feel like, I went to school to, do therapy and get into the helping profession, but seeing as how that's been a hard thing to do, especially in the midst of a pandemic, I just figured, well, maybe I can help people through my writing. Maybe if they just need a reprieve or a break from the day-to-day tasks, or maybe they can just have something to think about, fantasize about, look forward to. I'm also I have some poems that I have not published as of yet, and I'm not sure when I will. That's more, personal about my story and about those hard times I was going through. So I'm not sure when I'll be publishing that book, but I feel like it might be coming sooner than I expect. But then again, like, yeah, back to my short story. It was just a holiday romance book. Two people who probably wouldn't have crossed paths because they're both kind of to themselves, kind of loner type people who just happened to meet each other around the holiday. And it was almost like an instant spark. And, maybe it's the hopeless romantic in me that believes that, people will find love, at first sight or within the first couple of meetings, or maybe that actually happens. Who knows? But I just felt like it was just a good, just escape, from everything that was going on. That's pretty much all I have to say about my book. And I think I'll just close out with my segment. Thank you.